Je rêvais d'un monde nouveau, sans excès cette fois, plus doux, plus courtois.
Welcome back to episode 46 of Monday Diaries, which is where I build in public and distill all of my lessons into these weekly videos. This one I've tried to film like 4 times now. Yesterday the bird and bug noise was too loud and I had an issue with my iPhone. Today I tried again and then I ran out of time because I had an interview I had to jump on. So we're back and I'm going to get this done in one go, I promise. For those watching on YouTube, just listen. You can put your phone away and just listen to the audio if you want, and I'll tell you if there's anything on screen. But let's start with an honest update and then get into more and more juicy stuff as we go. I feel, honestly, pretty desensitized to life and things right now. And I have a lot of resistance to admitting that because, we just wrapped up our founder residency. We had 10 young entrepreneurs from around the world come and live in a house together, and it was like genuinely transformational. Like I got so much out of that experience, yet I feel really desensitized, and it feels like I should be grateful and I should be present. I should be talking about how incredible it was rather than that I felt numb during a lot of that experience. And I don't know why. I don't actually have the answers. I think it's comes back to a little bit of what I've been talking about in the last couple of weeks around making decisions, and I feel like I'm coming out of that now. I feel a bit more alive. I mean, we're out here in this little hut for a few days just resetting, and I actually extended my trip in Noosa, which I'll talk about in a second. There's a very specific reason I did that. Yeah, I think it has been frustrating the last little while. I've been seeing things through more of a negative lens, which is very atypical for me, not normal. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to share that because to a lot of people it looks like I got my shit together and everything's great and I get to travel a lot and get all this freedom. But there's still dissatisfaction from time to time and seasons where you go through slower periods, and I'm feeling that, but coming out of it now, which is nice. On the business side, we are building out our sales team. A good friend of mine, Hugh, is incredible at sort of aligned selling, and we engaged him to come in and build out a training alongside me, and then also brought in my brother, Flynn, who's in the house behind me, and another friend of ours, Joe, and they're currently being upskilled and then going to take over interviews because for me, that was for sure the thing that was weighing on me, despite having done it for 9 or 10 or 11 months, most of this year, all the selling for Art of Mondays and a lot of selling in the past. I find it really hard to get anything else done when you're on interviews and Zoom all the time. I'm probably taking anywhere from 10 to 15 interviews a week right now, which is great for business, but it means I have no time for anything else. It's 10 or 15 hours on Zoom, but also some prep before and some follow-ups after. And, when you're waiting on calls to happen in between, you can't really get into deep work. And so it just kind of throws everything out. And for me, the highest leverage thing I can do is upskill other people to come in and take those over. And accept the fact that maybe their close rate's not going to be as high as mine, being the founder and the face of the brand. But a worthy exchange when I take on Naval Ravikant's philosophy of like giving yourself an expensive hourly rate, say it's $1,000, and then going beyond what you're comfortable with. So say it's now $2,000 an hour, and in theory, anything that's making less than $2,000 an hour, I should let someone else do it, and I should pay someone else to do it. So these calls are a perfect example because we pay the team on commission, and I mean our membership cost changes frequently, so this isn't always the case, but call it $500 for every new member that comes in. In theory, me not taking that call costs us $500 or thereabouts, but when I'm able to do that, there's such the feeling is indescribable. That feeling of being like getting that time back. The big takeaway for me lately is making decisions based on leverage, which is something I, to be honest, always think about. But that's that. Now I want to switch gears, but before I do, I'm just going to check that the camera is still on because it's in the sun right now and it tends to overheat. We're good. Nice. The big idea I want to talk about is a thing called human design. And for those who don't know what it is, it relates to astrology. And for those who don't care about astrology or believe in that, just hear me out for a second, be open-minded for a second, because it may just change your life. And my sister's done a lot of work in that space, and she lives out here in Noosa. And so we spent a bit of time with her, my brother and I, and her partner stayed up till like midnight the other night just chatting really about this, but catching up as well. And human design is basically you can put in the place you were born, the time you were born, the date obviously, and your name, and it'll tell you, it'll help you understand yourself in a lot more depth. For example, it'll help you understand your sleep cycle and how you're best going to sleep, whether that's with a partner or without a partner. It'll help you understand how you best work and collaborate with people, or where the places you should live. Mine actually said that humid environments, tropical environments are better for me. So hence the decision to stay in Noosa, because it's a lot more tropical here than back home. So I'm going to be here for another 2 weeks. Yeah, what I love about the human design is that you almost have this filter now to make decisions through going forwards into the future. I feel like I haven't probably done it justice and explained it well enough. Like, it is really quite profound, understanding yourself, understanding how you operate as a person. Go do it. I'll put like an app or something on screen, the one that I use, so you can go check it out. Let's jump over to business updates on the Art of Mondays front. We just booked another residency. However, I can't tell you where yet, because we've only announced it within our community. So if you're a member and you're watching this, go check it out and claim your spots. And then we share it with the general public in a couple of weeks. That's something that's super front of mind for us. We want to book 10 residencies for next year, almost one a month. And so far, all of the previous ones are full. So we need to get onto that and book them. However, searching for Airbnbs takes a hell of a lot of time, and it's something I've experienced firsthand. So it actually sparked another idea, which I won't go too in depth on, but basically a curated list of Airbnbs, whether that's for residencies or just people traveling, that you can purchase. You know, a curated list of stylish, aesthetic, abundant spaces that you can get access to. I think it's a great business idea. I think it needs some more thought to flesh it out properly. But if there's anyone watching this that loves looking at Airbnbs, just loves searching for Airbnbs, reach out to me. I might have a business or a partnership opportunity for you. Now, Art of Mondays itself has had 408 applications for membership. We have accepted 59 members. In fact, it's more than that now. I forget the exact number, but I wrote this on Sunday a few days ago, but something like that. The average member is in their 20s or late 20s, and they're all lifestyle founders. So that takes us to well over 200K in revenue since we launched. We also have a product called the Founder Sports Club, and we have 935 active members in that. That's up 68 from last week. And that takes us to over 7,500 monthly recurring revenue. Personal brand growth stats. I'm at 7,910 subs on YouTube. That's up 106. I'm at 146.9K on Instagram. That's down 152. I'm at 330.1K on TikTok. That's down 122. And Art of Monday's Instagram is at 12,283, which is up 1,031. Something for you to ponder is, where would you run a residency and what time of year? Finally, free stuff and my socials are in the description. I appreciate you guys being here. Genuinely. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.